Welcome back to the Larry Lakers. As the season 23-24 is about to take off, it's time to talk rivalries. Their first games against the Denver Nuggets, are they a new age rival? Coach Michael, don't call me Mike, Malone says they're not a rivalry. They've only met twice since 2020. That doesn't make a rivalry. He sees it as something like the Celtics versus the Lakers. Is he just trying to distance himself from this rivalry? Is there a rivalry? Are there new age rivals? Are more of the Lakers rivals now on the West Coast? What are these rivals? Where are they? Who are they? Are they one and the same? Can we rank these rivalries? How would you, the listener at home and the viewer, rank the rivalries? And who would you like to beat most this season? Now, what do the listeners and viewers think? Are there no rivals other than the Celtics? Have you got to have decade on decade on decade of rivalry for it to count? Or can there be new age rivals? Are there no other rivals? But what about this Denver team? Are they really rivals? Or is Coach Michael, don't call me Mike, Malone correct? Are there others other than Denver? And have I got them in the right order? All of that and more on this show. You're on the Larry Likers. Give us a like, give us a subscription. Go to the podcast. You're driving around. You don't want to be watching it. You crash the car. Don't put the YouTube on there. Have a listen to the podcast. It's on Spotify and all those places. You're on the Larry Lakers. Welcome. I'm Tony. All that and more in this episode. Now, as we start the season, are they new age rivals, the Denver Nuggets? Is there enough spice there? Well, it looks like there is some. Let's have a little look. Denver, when he was asked about Coach Michael Malone, what did he say? He kept saying, that's on them, that's on the Lakers. Oh, they're talking about us. That was what, 4 months ago, says Malone, after a practice. Now, I can't speak for anybody in LA, says Mike Malone, but if they're still worried about us, then that's on them. What's he talking about? Is he trying to dampen down this rivalry, Coach Mike Malone, or do you guys not see any rivalry in it? He says, this is a new season, a new challenge, and it was a hell of a series against them. I know it was a 4-0 sweep, but they all seemed to go down to the wire. Pretty nice of him. I don't know what they're saying, and if we're still on their minds, then I guess that's on them. What's going on? Is Mike Malone trying to calm things down, or is there a bit of a rivalry now with the defending champion Denver Nuggets? The Lakers, they had to hear them cheering and celebrating. Fair enough. Yeah, that's what happens through a wall when you've got dressing rooms, but it's pretty hard to put up with. Anthony Davis told Spectrum Sports Net during Monday's media play, Spectrum Sports Net, he found the trash talk. Was there trash talking, or were we a bit sensitive from the Nuggets after their sweep to be motivational? That could be a good thing. It's good to have Anthony Davis motivated. He looks pretty motivated so far in the preseason. He's blocking shots everywhere. He's hitting the occasional three. He's just had short minutes. He's played every game. Keep it up, AD. There was just so much of that going on, says Davis. I think he's talking about the trash talk. It was like, all right, we get it. You're one, but me and LeBron. Davis and LeBron, love it. They had some conversations like, we can't wait to play him again. So is it on? Is it on from game one? Is it going to be all 82 games? What is happening? Is it a rivalry or not? What do you, the fans, think? During an interview at the Pat McAfee show, Malone joked that he was contemplating retirement. So he's taking off LeBron. He's saying LeBron talking about retirement, which someone at 38, probably fair enough. But he's saying he stole away some of the attention from their win in the conference finals. Well, is that tough biggies, or is it a fair comment? What's going on? Looks like people have taken that to heart. It's a fair bit of LeBron defence. That's an interesting concept as well. Was it always there, or has it been there since you've won a championship with LeBron? Now you're a Laker for life. We defend you, you're one of ours. The Lakers and Nuggets, they've only faced each other twice in the Western Conference Finals since 2020. So if he said, if this is becoming a rivalry, this is what Michael Malone said, coach of the Denver Nuggets. It's not a rivalry. I mean, you can't play a team in the Western Conference twice in the last couple of years and think that's a rivalry. When I think of rivalries said, Coach Michael Malone, I think of Boston, LA. I think of the Knicks and the Miami Heat back in the day, but I don't welcome it or not welcome it with the Lakers. I'm on 2023, 24 time. I'm not living 4 months ago. What's going on? Is Michael Malone trying to calm things down before this season takes off? We need to have a look. What do you guys think? Who else are Lakers' arch rivals? Is it just this Denver Nuggets team? We've got to widen it. Is there a Warriors rivalry? They were defending champions last year and we knocked them out in the round before playing Denver Nuggets. But is that a rivalry against us, the Lakers, or does that go back a little bit further, which brings us to this Lebron question? Is it against the Lakers for knocking out the Warriors last year? Is it a North Cal, South Cal thing because they're the stars of each side of California, although the Clippers and Sacramento might be a bit upset by that? What about the Memphis Grizzlies? The Memphis Grizzlies, are they rivals, or is that more of a Dylan Brooks versus LeBron thing again? Who's coming up? LeBron. When he has a run-in with someone else, once he's won a champion, is he in the heart of the Lakers because he's won, or is it Dylan Brooks versus the world? That's just the sort of dude Dylan Brooks is, that he's a crazy man who'll fight the world. Have a look at the World Cup, Canada v the USA and some of the other games. Dylan Brooks, Memphis, or is it a Memphis thing and the Lakers? Good question. Is it Memphis as a young team on the rise in the Western Conference when the Lakers are the brand of the old school Western Conference, been around there? 70s, 80s, 90s, those 2000s teams? Are the Lakers the established brand and Memphis coming in? So is it a rivalry of young versus old, or the brashness that they had there that was sort of epitomised by Dylan Brooks and that brash young team that they had last year, and the Lakers put an end to that? Is it the Clippers? Are they somewhere in this combination? Do they come in? Where do they rank? Are they number 3, 4? Where are they? Is it a cross-town rivalry that would happen no matter where the Clippers ranked? Or is it only since they got Kawhi Leonard and the Lakers thought they were going to get him? Or is it since they have coaches like Ty Lue, who was a Laker and was also coach again, the connection, 6 degrees of separation, back to LeBron James? Is it when someone's a rival of LeBron's, they're a rival of ours? Or is there a genuine Lakers-Clippers thing? Or do they have to actually be a chance of winning something? Is it because they got players as well, like the great man of Zupic? Look, a prospect wasn't really going ahead with the Lakers. They'd like to keep him. Some of the folks went over there, looks like a superstar at the Clippers. Or is it the new money versus the good old brand, beautiful old brand, older brand, established brand of the Lakers, and Steve Ballmer and his new money's in there with the Clippers, and the fact they share a stadium? Is there a rivalry there, or is it dependent on a whole lot of things? Or is it depending on them winning some games and being a threat of winning the championship? So are the Clippers somewhere in the mix? Where would you rank them, Lakers fans? That brings us back to our most recent opponent in the preseason, the finale of the preseason, the Phoenix Suns. Is there a rivalry there since they knocked the defending champion Lakers out in June 2021? Oh, I remember it well. LeBron James's first round playoff series loss in 18 years. Do the Lakers still believe they could have won that series if Anthony Davis didn't get injured? He lasted 5.5 minutes in that game 6. He missed all of game 5, and he injured a groin about midway through game 4. And the Lakers actually held the lead on the Phoenix Suns. Do they have a right to believe we could have beaten them? And they went all the way to the NBA Finals against Milwaukee. Could the Lakers have taken on Milwaukee? They'd had a win against them there in some of the games leading in. So were there signs the Lakers could have beaten Milwaukee? Were they unlucky? Phoenix Suns, does that create a rivalry? And now Now they've got KD, Devin Booker, congratulations, they developed Devin Booker. KD, they were a big signing. Bradley Beal now, and former Lakers coach Frank Vogel. Is that a rivalry for the new age, or have we got to have decade on decade like the Celtics? Is this rivalry enhanced because of the recent Phoenix defeat, like the fact that they beat us there? Or is the presence of a superstar like KD, the fact we've got LeBron and their veteran superstars, does that enhance it? The fact we've got these two slightly older guys, if that's a nice way to say it, on the pecking order, is it a KD LeBron thing? And or is it that anyone, as we said, who is a rival of LeBron's, when does that occur? Is a rival of the Lakers? Is it because he's done 4 years, he's been in the trenches? Is it because he had to lose a few times and then get back and win? Is it because he's seen us through some tough times and he's re-signed a couple of times? Is there something where there was a point where the Lakers took ownership of LeBron and LeBron's opponents are our opponents? So what order would you guys at home put these in? Does recency bias come in? Is it because Denver's the new number one? Does Phoenix come in then on my list at number 2? Where would you put them? The Clippers, does it depend on their form? If they're winning games and championship contenders, or if they're just beating the Lakers in their head-to-head, I still don't like it if they win head-to-head matchups. There always seems to be one at Christmas. And the Clippers seem to have been getting the better of us. Is it Clippers then at number 3? Denver 1, Phoenix 2, Clippers 3. Do the Warriors come in at 4 on my list? Is that recency bias too? Is that a LeBron thing? NorCal, South Cal? I don't know. Memphis coming in now then at number 5, the Memphis Grizzlies. Is it just because of last year, Dylan Brooks, or is it just this young sort of a little bit of attitude team on the chippy team on the rise, and they haven't earned it like the Lakers? Let's see. Would you put them at number 5 like my list? Now the Sacramento Kings have made it back to the playoff. Do their fans believe they were still robbed in Game 6 of 2002 in the Western Conference Finals? That put them on hold for a long time. Are they now back that they're in the playoffs? Are they back in our rivalry list? Have they been sort of refreshed as rivals? Are they back in at number 6 on your list? Let us know. Now, one more. Does Jason Kidd at the Mavs create a rivalry, or is it that superstar Luka, who gets a lot of talk about being the next superstar, and we've got LeBron perhaps sliding in the twilight of superstardom, does that make it rivals because they've got Luka and we've got LeBron? And when did that happen? Are they slipping in at number 7, the Dallas Mavericks? Are those lists right? Is Denver really a rival? I'm looking forward to the game, but can you have fresh rivals, or do you need decade on decade like the Celtics? Do we have to go back to things like Lakers, Houston, all those years ago? Let's see what you, the listeners, think. Now, are there no rivals other than the Celtics? Are Denver really right? Is that a rivalry, or is it too fresh? Are there others? And have I got them in the right order? Until next time, please give us a like, subscribe, give the podcast a go, the YouTube. If you're driving or you just want to have a listen to something and you can't be watching all the time, you're at work, we've got a podcast on Spotify, Apple iTunes, all the good places, Audible. I'm looking forward to the season very much. Thank you for your time and looking at a new show, The Larry Lakers, the Dribbling Chit Chat. Our viewers have asked all these questions. Folks like Sean at Abbey Takeaway, Tim Hugs at Destination Anywhere, D Styles at the Nation Capital, Jai the Retro Shoe Guy. Thanks for sending all those questions in, particularly this week. What is a rivalry now that we're kicking off the season? You've been listening and watching The Larry Lakers Dribbling Chit Chat Show on YouTube and the podcast. Until the season starts, looking forward to it. Stay safe and have a great year.